What is up, everybody? My name is Chris. This is Jeff. Welcome to Craft.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Welcome, guys.
Because today we are watching the Bad Batch episode number 2.
Always good to get into some Star Wars. Woo!
Nothing wrong with a little more Star Wars. Before we get started today, guys, if you enjoy some fun reactions, some useful reviews, and you want to be part of a community where you can just be yourself and just hang out and have some fun, then like the video and subscribe to the channel.
Exactly.
We're fast growing and we love to have new people come in so we can just hang out and have a good time.
And listen, guys, at the end of the video, we are reviewing the episode, so stick around, okay?
Yes.
Stick around and have a good time with us during the reaction. Stick around for the review, all right?
Probably a lot to talk about.
Yes, we will.
Okay, guys, so the Bad Batch. The first episode was
Long.
70 minutes
Long.
long. God have mercy. But at the end of the day, it did help establish what's probably going to happen. Right?
Yeah, they did have to do a lot in the first episode, bring in Omega and get rid of, the sniper guy became evil or
Crosshair.
evil. Yeah.
And Order 66 happened, right? And so now they're headed off to some planet called J19 because there's some person there who could be a Jedi, could be another
Hopefully.
clone, who knows? I'm really curious to see who that is, number one, and how they're going to use Omega. Because, Chris, in the last episode when we were talking about it, you said that she's kind of like...
She's Baby Yoda, guys. Baby Yoda.
Could be Force sensitive, could be...
Is that what we're going to get with all these Star Wars shows now? You guys have to have a Baby Yoda? Yeah. I get it, but I mean,
it works. There's a reason it works. And so... I think this episode, is definitely a lot shorter than the first one, but hopefully that means they'll just condense a lot more stuff.
Yeah, something cool better happen in this episode. There better be some Jedi or J19 better be a planet we know or haven't seen before. Hopefully, I don't know.
Either way, guys, we're ready to go, so let's get into it.
Let's get into it, guys.
All right, here goes.
Jumping straight into a galaxy far, far away, baby. Let's do it. Look, I want this show to be really good. So there's more shows like it, but they gotta prove it to me, guys. They gotta prove it to me. They gotta bring the fire in this one. Just bring her to Luke and train her as a Jedi, just like you do with Baby Yoda. Same thing, right? If you give me an episode with Luke, I'm not gonna. Well, it's too early for Luke.
Luke's not even born yet.
Listen, I don't care. I don't care. Bring me back from the future or something. Yeah, I mean, the interesting part is all these battle-hardened old veterans are going to start to see the world through a new light.
Yeah.
Her fresh eyes.
Oh, yeah, she's probably never seen dirt before. Oh, storms.
Come on, let's get moving.
Force storm? Force storm, guys? Everything's got to be a force something. Otherwise,
we got to probably start getting used to the fact that everything will be set around Jedi from now on, Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is up to you guys. Let us know in the comments down below what you think about that.
I like Mandalorian. I really like Mandalorian, but if Luke and Ahsoka didn't show up, I would not have liked it as much. I'm just be honest out there. I love Jedi. I love lightsabers. I love all of it. Oh!
It's just like the episode of The Mandalorian, right? The second season.
So original, Dave. So original, Dave Filoni. I feel like this is Mandalorian for kids, because Mandalorian, I don't think kids could really watch it. I mean, I guess they could. It's Baby Yoda.
Yeah, they could.
So, I mean,
What's the purpose of this?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I mean, it made them so much money, right?
Yeah.
So why not?
You're supposed to...
What's it going to be, Omega toys next Christmas? Huh? Huh, Dave?
Alright, powers don't create without a purpose.
Without a purpose?
Or have one, so what's her
I didn't think of that.
What's her
She's just a
purpose?
kid. Battling droids is easy.
I know, I'm calling it now. Force sensitive.
Those credits won't do you any good.
Republic credits are no good here.
Republic credits will do fine. No, they won't.
Let's see if her powers come out. Oh, shouldn't have done that.
Force pull.
We'll get
It's past the fence.
No, that's because probably all the traps are out there.
Yeah, I know, but how are they gonna get it?
Oh,
maybe she's just gonna sneak. Okay. Dang it.
Oh, there's a creature thing out there. That's the thing that was in the Clone Wars, the second movie, right, with Anakin. In the stadium.
I remember that.
Remember? Maybe.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is that
Yeah.
creature. Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but I recognize it.
Out there. Do you realize you could have been killed?
Oh, she's getting scolded for the first time.
That's all that matters. Come on.
Yeah, she's still little.
Yeah. Even though she shot at Crosshair and like blasted his sniper out of his hand.
Is it the DNA of the Emperor or something?
It's what she needs.
Oh.
Yeah, we know how this is gonna go.
Yeah, obviously they're not
No,
gonna leave
I
her
want to stay
there.
with you.
Yeah.
It's a kid show. It's a kid show.
Pain codes.
This is literally how that episode of The Mandalorian went, right? He wanted to leave Grogu at that small little village
Oh
and
yeah,
go,
yeah,
but
yeah.
then at the end he's like, nope, taking you with me.
Hunter said that tag.
This was the simplest.
Is Omega still on the ship?
My idea. I was.
Yeah.
It's a good plan, Tim.
The good thing about this show is she can actually talk and interact, and
Yeah,
she's, you know what I mean?
right.
Like, Grogu is kind of.
Yeah, I mean I like her a lot. She's got a lot of charm.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Wait, why did she take that thing off?
I don't know,
Is that
maybe-
symbolic of
maybe.
something? Was that some sort of inhibitor to her mind or something? Probably not.
We're reading way too much
Yeah,
into
I know,
this.
I know.
But I still think it's the DNA of the Emperor.
Crazier things have happened, so I'm not going to discount that.
$100 if I'm right. You know, I realize that a lot of the plans in Star Wars and things wouldn't have worked if they didn't have all the same USB ports in every
Yeah,
single
yeah.
thing.
That same little
The
circular
same
port.
right?
Yep.
Just makes hacking into things a lot easier.
Hurry.
This great plan of yours is looking really lousy about now.
Do you think maybe she has like the powers of all of them?
Combined.
Is that what
Captain
makes her
Planet?
special?
Captain Planet.
Got a situation to fix.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Tech guy has got moves too, man.
So you can leave with Cut and Sue.
Why? Did I do something?
Oh man.
You need a
But
There it
I want
is.
to stay with
I want to stay with you.
We're holding up the line.
Been a real short show. She's like, no, all right, peace out. I'm good.
Oh.
Dude, this guy's a beast.
I know.
Or the hunter, you might say.
She's not.
Ah, there
Oh,
she is.
boy.
Right on cue.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Problem.
Oh boy.
Look like any reinforcements at the impound.
Woo! But he looks exactly like
I
every
know.
other clone. Woo!
And I have a lot to learn. But you don't have to get rid of me.
You don't have to get rid of
Let
me.
Kamino with you.
Oh. All right, guys. That was episode 2 of the Bad
Our
Batch.
reaction.
Huh.
All right, so Jeff, tell me what stood out to you in this episode, if anything.
Yeah, I mean, this episode was pretty, quiet in a sense because really the big thing that happened here was it was established that okay, Omega wants to stay with them. She doesn't want a normal life. She wants to just go with them because she feels at home with the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
They're all kind of misfits, and she feels like she's a misfit herself.
And the question comes up: why is she special?
Right.
Like, what's her thing?
Yeah.
Right? Because they said the Kaminoans don't do anything without a reason. So what's her reason? I don't know.
See, to me, what I'm thinking is that, considering her age, right? It's likely she was developed towards the latter end of the war, right?
Right.
Which means that they were probably trying to create some sort of weapon for the Republic to use against the Separatists, right?
A weapon.
And so to me, I'm thinking she's sort of like the epitome of what a clone is supposed to be.
Oh,
right. She
yeah,
has
yeah.
all the qualities. She's smart. She's, sneaky. She's strong. She's
And unaffected by the clone chip thing.
Right. And so, she had that thing on her forehead. I don't know if that's just the thing that all clone kids wear. I don't remember. You guys are going to have to let us know. But to me, it's probably symbolic of the fact that she's maybe like a new breed of what the clones were. And they were probably going to show her off to the Republic and be like, oh, look, what we have now.
Yeah.
But then Tarkin comes in and he's like, wait, no, just kidding. Galactic Empire.
Yeah.
So I think this episode just helped to establish that there's going to be like, you know, a clear affection between Omega and the Bad Batch.
Especially her and Hunter.
Yeah,
he's
her and
kind of
Hunter.
like the dad.
Exactly.
You know?
They have a special bond. And so I think,
Yeah.
you know what? I think that's good. But I mean, what do you think, Christy? What do you think what her role is in all this? And where do you think it's going to go from here? I think that's the better question.
Well, first of all, let me say, right? I know Dave Filoni. I trust the man. I
Yeah,
trust you,
absolutely,
Dave. I got
absolutely.
you. But, right, like, I mean, this is what we'd expect, right? Like, you don't just jump into the Jedi coming in, the conspiracies and stuff. The thing with Mandalorian was Baby Yoda's existence was the twist.
Yeah.
Right? Like, the whole fact that he's alive, he's got force. With this, I mean, the fact that she's like a girl and she's different, that kind of is a twist.
Yeah.
The way I see it is, right? Like, I feel like the Bad Batch is not trying to be Mandalorian. It's trying to be a kid show.
Right.
That they need Star Wars content. They need a kid show for Star Wars. They need to kind of keep it going. And so this is what it is. It's kind of doing a lot of different things at once.
Yeah.
So I'm not really expecting like any huge twists, but because it's Dave Filoni, because he's part of the writing process, I think there's going to be some good stuff. Again, with Clone Wars, with Rebels, there's always the slow episode where they're just kind of like, you know, getting supplies or whatever. And there's like a lesson to be learned with like Ezra. This is the same thing with Ezra, right? Like with the Rebels, Ezra was a kid. And so you kind of have to go through the motions of, okay, he's got to learn. And Kanan is like Hunter. So I'm used to it by now.
Yeah, I mean, I think, again, right, like, these sort of shows just help expand the universe, right? And I think that's the whole point, you know, on top of providing content, is to expand the universe.
Yeah.
And like you said, Chris, we do trust Dave Filoni. We know he's got some good stuff in store, even with a series like this, which isn't Jedi focused or, you know, main arc focused.
Yeah.
Because again, the Order 66 just happened. So there's probably a lot of implications for that beyond what we're thinking, right? You know, there's probably still other clones out there, Jedi on the run, which I'm sure they'll run into. And again, I'm very curious to see how Omega ties into all this. And I think that's sort of the thing pulling me along. It's like, okay, who is she? What's her purpose? And
I think she is a weapon.
Yeah.
Like, if I have to be honest, and I think the coolest explanation would be, like you said, the highest form of clone.
Right.
I bet you some sort of like independent thinking, like leadership ability kind of thing, next generation.
Yeah.
Which, if that's the case, to me, that's really, really cool.
Because they keep hinting that, like, oh, okay, these clones had the chip put into them to inhibit their ability to think, right? But if she doesn't have that chip in her, then she can think freely, right? Just like a regular person.
There's only one of her.
And there's only one of her,
Right?
right?
So
That
either
makes her
she's the
unique.
test,
Yeah.
or the fact that like she's so dangerous they only need to make one.
Yeah, that's true.
Which would also be really cool.
That'd be awesome too.
Yeah.
And I wonder if she plays into the latter half of the Star Wars story, because when we first saw her, we're like, who is she? Is she someone that we know, right? We're trying to rack our brains trying to figure out who she is, but maybe she isn't somebody that we know yet. But
Right. I mean, but think about it. They did the same thing with Ahsoka, right? We're like when Clone Wars started, we're like, who the heck is Ahsoka? We never heard of Ahsoka before.
Yeah.
And now she's a mainstream character. She's a Mandalorian. She shows up in the various lore. So Omega could be the person where either a couple things can happen. Number one, I don't think they're going to do this because it's a kid show where she somehow has to make some sort of sacrifice because she's the weapon. She has to turn herself off kind of thing.
Right.
Or she's going to be like a mainstream character that shows up in the later shows. They can kind of bring her like, oh, Omega, we recognize her. That would be really cool.
I mean, again, this is Disney, right? Think about the MCU. They had a huge plan in place, right? And so maybe we can anticipate, same with Lucasfilm and Dave Filoni, that he's got some sort of, you know, larger agenda here.
Because we have all these shows coming up, right? We have the one with the
Republic, the
Republic-
Rangers of the Republic.
Yeah, all those different shows,
Ahsoka,
right?
Right, yeah.
And the question with these prequel kind of era shows is always, what were they doing afterwards and what were they doing during, right? And you can always, that's content. You can always answer those
Fill it
questions.
in, right, yeah.
So
okay,
cool.
so review time, score time. Chris, you first.
Yeah, I mean, you know, heartwarming episode. Nothing really happened. I get it. I get what they're trying to do here. You know, it was enjoyable. It wasn't great. There wasn't really any big moments. And you know, I gave the last episode, I think I gave it like a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
I'd give this maybe a 7.5, not because, you know, it was really any better, but I feel like in the time allotted, because the last one was like 70 minutes, this one was shorter. They did a lot here, so I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. How about you?
Okay. Yeah, again, I think they did a lot with the time they were given, right? That's a good point. So I would say, yeah. See, it's difficult because, objectively, not much happened in this episode, but thinking in the long term, I guess you sort of have to factor that in too, is just that this is just a piece of the puzzle of a larger, hopefully a more elaborate puzzle. So yeah, I think 7.5 is fair. I think that's a good way to go.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today and watching Bad Batch episode 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think we really did enjoy it. It was a nice, solid episode. Yeah. And honestly, guys, let us know what you guys thought in the comments below. Let us know, what your review is, what your score is, what you
your
like.
Theories are about who Omega
is. Is she a weapon?
Yeah.
Is she force sensitive? Who knows?
Maybe not.
Either way, thank you for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out with us today. And with that said, we'll see you guys later.
See you in the next one.